Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy that explores the fundamental nature of reality, existence, and the underlying principles of the universe. It seeks to answer questions that go beyond the physical sciences, focusing on concepts that cannot be observed directly through empirical study. Here's a structured overview of the primary areas and questions that metaphysics addresses. 1. Ontology, the study of being. Ontology, a central area of metaphysics, investigates the nature of existence itself. It raises questions like: what does it mean for something to exist? Are there different kinds of existence, such as physical versus abstract? What are the fundamental categories of being, such as objects, properties, events, or processes? For instance, metaphysicians debate whether abstract concepts like numbers or ideas have an independent reality, or if they only exist in our minds. 2. Identity and change. Another focus is understanding how objects and beings maintain their identity over time while undergoing change. Key questions here include: how can something be the same entity if it changes over time? What defines the continuity of a person's identity from birth through life? Is change an illusion, or is it an essential feature of reality? This area often considers personal identity, looking at what it means to be the same person, through various experiences and transformations. 3. Space and time. Metaphysics also delves into the nature of space and time. Key questions include: are space and time entities in themselves, or simply relations between objects? Is time linear, cyclical, or perhaps illusory? Do past, present, and future events exist in the same way, or is only the present real? Theories here range from presentism, only the present exists, to eternalism, past, present, and future all exist in some form. 4. Causality and free will. This area examines how events relate to one another through cause and effect. It raises questions such as: what does it mean for one event to cause another? Are there necessary connections between causes and effects, or are they merely regularities? Do humans have free will, or are our choices determined by prior causes? These discussions intersect with debates in science, such as whether determinism, the idea that all events are caused by preceding events, holds universally. 5. Possibility and necessity. Metaphysicians are interested in not just what exists, but what could exist. Modal metaphysics explores questions like: what does it mean for something to be possible or necessary? Are there possible worlds where things are fundamentally different from our own? Is there an objective reality of could-be scenarios, or are they purely theoretical? These discussions often examine the nature of potentialities, as well as the limitations on what could realistically or logically happen. 6. Mind and matter, dualism versus monism. Metaphysics also addresses the relationship between the mind and physical matter. Central questions include: is the mind a distinct substance from the body, dualism, or are they one and the same, monism? If they are different, how do they interact? Can consciousness be explained purely in physical terms, or does it require something non-material? This area explores whether our thoughts, feelings, and experiences are fundamentally different from physical processes, or simply another type of physical phenomenon. Historical roots and key philosophers. Metaphysics has deep roots in ancient philosophy, particularly with thinkers like Plato, who theorized about the existence of non-physical forms, and Aristotle, who developed an extensive framework for understanding being and substance. In modern times, philosophers like Immanuel Kant revolutionized metaphysics by questioning the limits of human understanding, arguing that we shape our reality through perception and categories of thought. Metaphysics today. Contemporary metaphysicians often work at the intersection of philosophy, logic, and science, especially physics. Topics such as quantum mechanics, theories of space-time, and consciousness studies frequently bring metaphysical questions to the forefront of scientific debates. Metaphysics remains an area of philosophy dedicated to questions that science alone might not resolve, providing a conceptual foundation for understanding the world's structure, meaning, and ultimate nature.